being too cocky.
By drain magic. By 10 on wooden cards. Summons a circle of butterflies to batter nearby enemies. Oh. I think we're going to have
Wait, your hair is pink. It is pink. Unknowing, we've built their cities, fought their wars, and sated their hunger. For centuries, these creatures have been organised into rival sects, the largest of which is the Camarilla. Camarilla? Yeah, Camarilla. In its domains, Camarilla courts enforce the Masquerade, a global conspiracy hiding the existence of vampires from the mortal world. Breaking the Masquerade is punishable by final death. In Boston, vampire factions have long been at each other's throat. After much conflict, Hazel Iverson, the new prince, has sealed a fragile pact with a group of blood sorcerers, known as the Hartford Chantry. This alliance will not only provide stability to the domain, but will hand the prince the blood trade. The trafficking of blood and mortal victims that serves the need of the vampire elite. Tonight, the undead will celebrate. Let me know how the audio is for you, Frizzle. I don't want it being too quiet, but I also don't want it being too loud that it overpowers me.
I'll just get this going. There, ready. We're all set. Now, to begin, tell me, what do you see?
I think it's a little bit quiet, but nothing major. Okay. That should have made it a little bit louder.
Focus on your vision.
No, it's happening. No, it's too late. It's too late now.
Okay.
They're coming.
Laisha.
Did you feel it too? Take your stuff. We're getting out of here.
But yes, no, the hair is pink. You can actually see it now that I've got a light above me.
Call them back.
I just wanted something different, something lighter. The red was kind of fading a lot and was showing my roots, so I was like, well, I'll get something different. And I felt like a little change up, so I thought pink.
Quickly.
Like, it's actually pinky reddy blonde. It's got like different colours all the way through it.
Come on.
From how I've naturally dyed it.
Hurry up.
Definitely.
Calm down. Maybe it has nothing to do with the party. You know full well I was in charge of it. If anything goes wrong, it's my head on the chopping block. Fuck. Damn it! It took Hazel months to convince the Hartford Chantry to ally themselves with us. So they finally accept, and then bam, a code red. There's never been a code red in Boston, damn it! This has gotta be bad,
Okay, dialogue skills. In a dialogue, some answers require the use of your skills. Your skill level is compared with that of your opponent. The higher rating wins. You cannot use a skill if its rating is 0. Using a skill consumes willpower. If your opponent wins, you gain a few willpower at the end of the dialogue. Okay. So, psychology uses 3 willpower, and that says she has nothing to hide. Or persuasion has a 0% chance of success, so we can't do that one. So we will go with that one then. Simple.
It's not like you had anything to do with it. I'm sure.
You don't get it. I was in charge of organizing the party.
But security is Jara's problem.
Yeah,
normally.
except Jara is a member of the Primogen. I'm not.
But you're a harpy. The prince will cover you. You know she's always looking for an excuse to take him down a notch.
We'll see.
What do we do next?
When everyone's safe, we move on to phase 2. We clean house.
Okay. What's a code red? We clean house or change subject? We clean house.
What do you mean by we clean house?
Getting rid of our archives, our documents, anything that might betray our network and relationships.
Did you say this is the first code red in Boston?
Ever since the fall of London, protocol is no longer a laughing matter.
Whatever. They've been harping on that for 4 years now. They took away our internet access. Our smartphones.
It's called risk mitigation, that's all. A code red is an alarm signal that's sent to everyone to say, watch out, we're all in danger. And everyone runs to shelter at the nearest safe house. For us, it's with the prince. It could have been worse.
I'd have preferred worse.
You're not even listening to me.
Let's change the subject on.
What comes after phase 2?
Just pray that it never comes to that.
Come on, tell me.
We run. We leave everything behind and we go into hiding. As far from here as we can.
There's no way I'm leaving Boston. Everything I have is right here in the city. It took me years to build my clubs. I've worked too hard to give it up now.
You won't have a choice. I know you hate coming here. Are you gonna be alright?
What do you think? I know how to behave, Jay.
Yeah, I know. Just keep your cool and it'll be fine.
Interesting.
Ah, my little darlings. You're here at last. The fear that something horrible had happened to you terrified me.
No call for theatrics, April.
The prince asked to see you as soon. I wouldn't dilly-dally if I were you. As for you, Journey, someone's triggered a code red. If anything has happened over there,
Good, no,
I'll
good, thank
hold
you.
personally responsible.
What's it saying now? Vampires have supernatural abilities, usually inherited from their clan disciplines. Some disciplines can be used in dialogues, as with skills. The higher level wins. Not all disciplines are available to all vampires. Some mortals may possess certain powers, although most have no defense against disciplines. Hunger. Using a discipline generates hunger. Hunger has a value that cannot be exceeded. This limits a vampire's use of their powers. A vampire at their hunger limit risks losing control, attacking and feeding on the closest mortal. Interesting. Okay, so we can choose to flatter April, which will use up 3 hunger. Or apparently not the other one. So flatter April it is.
You know, back in the day, nobody could bat an eyelash without you knowing about it. You must know exactly what Jay is being blamed for, don't you?
Emem. My dear Emem. I adore you. Really, I do. But darling, please. You're way out of your league here. This alliance with the Hartford Chantry is crucial. The prince is on edge. We can't get through to anyone over there.
What does this have to do with Jay?
She was in charge of the whole thing, for goodness sake. Listen, both of you. From
Gained
now
a
on,
trait.
I don't want to hear another word out of either of you. The prince is furious.
What have you been up to
Journey.
today, Cam?
You're
Anything
coming with
interesting?
me.
I don't see why.
And as for you, Hazel wants to see you. Right now.
Not really. Got Brookie saying tonight, so tidying up. Fair, fair. It's not bad. Okay. So, let's listen. Explains many concepts. Boston. Traits. Okay, traits menu. Traits are positive or negative effects that influence the abilities of the character in question. Traits are only revealed once they have been earned as the result of an action, a character's choice, or a consequence. Hunger level, whether low or high, confers temporary traits that affect the character's ability. As it rises, the suspicion rating creates more negative traits that increase the difficulty faced by the characters. So we got this one, didn't we? MM has encountered others more powerful than her for now, something to strengthen her mind for challenges. So the next experience. And then these are our talents. Talents increase your abilities. Each talent is tied to a specific action. Repeating these actions will progressively unlock the tiers of a talent. Okay, so use the intimidation skill increases effectiveness. Persuasion, progression, psychology, presence. The question about having prey, feed on prey without killing it. Again, interesting. Feed on prey but kill it. I have to shoot just as cool as have fun. No worries, Frizzle. Enjoy, honey. I am sure you will love it. And feed from a rat. Okay. I am not looking forward to feeding from a rat, but interesting.
It's gonna be a long night.
Miss Lewis, welcome.
Hi. Hi.
Yes? Can I help you? Yes?
Okay, so how does Ashley do it? That door does. Assuming that door doesn't. So we'll just go straight. Some other vampires. Who goes? Where are goals?
Consider it done.
I don't think he likes me.
Galen?
Mem Lewis.
She smiles like a toreador.
Letters etched in bold right upon her teeth.
What about that bearded guy who's swallowing his bile?
Dejan Siaka.
A Tremere warlock, then?
Keep him at a healthy distance. With a sideward glance, he could make the blood in your veins boil.
Is court attendance usually this sparse?
There are usually more of us. Everyone should have been at the party. Everyone should have been at the party.
We should have all left by now.
Are you worried about the Code Red?
I'd hate to be Caius right about now.
Why?
Ooh.
He's second honcho of
He does
house
not look
security. This
appealing.
promises to be a busy night.
I know what you mean. It's one thing to have been told that the Nosferatu don't age well. It's another thing to see it for yourself.
It's by no fault of their own.
Do you think you'll be able to ask the prince tonight if you can embrace me?
No. Now is no longer the time.
From what I'm gathering, embrace is their way of saying turn someone else into a vampire.
Is your child?
Mr. Beryl Underwood.
Well, you have the pleasure of playing this game too, Cam. I got it on PlayStation for us. He's a real shark. He's one of the members of the Primogem. I don't want to talk about he's one of the members of the Primogem.
Tread lightly. He's a member of the
Why
Primogem.
not, Cam?
They're the check to the prince's power.
The check and balance. They backed Hazel when she rose to power after Quentin King. They'd hoped to control her.
What? Things didn't go as planned?
I just have a feeling she will surprise them. Never forget that the court is a chessboard. We are monsters, and we sacrifice pawns. If you want to be a major piece, then behave accordingly.
But...
Nothing can happen to you here. We're in the prince's house. She must be finished by now. Wait for me. This won't take long.
It's out of the question, MM. I won't let her get away with this.
All right. Calm down, Dijon.
Where's Journey?
What's it to you?
Don't start with me. She was in charge of the party. She has to take responsibility for this.
Leave her out of it.
It's too late for that. Don't waste your time covering for her. She's not a kid anymore. I haven't heard from my child, and no one's able to get through to them over there.
Go on then. Go and save Imani and stop wasting your breath.
There are rules. Need I remind you? We're all stuck here.
You're such a good boy.
You'll never change.
Dijon!
What? Oh, come on, Hilda, she needs to grow up.
Leave us.
I don't need your help.
Mem, please.
Stop calling me that.
I was worried about you.
You still haven't moved on, have you? You're always getting in my way.
Lower
I'm
your
guessing
voice.
they had a relationship of some kind. Focus allows you to temporarily increase a skill by 1 or 2 levels. The more you increase your focus, the more the willpower cost increases. To be focused, a skill must have a minimum score of 1 point. Disciplines or knowledge cannot be focused. Okay. There we go. Dialogue. Tie. If the skill or discipline levels are the same, the outcome of the conflict is uncertain. Chances of victory can be influenced by a number of bonuses or penalties, as well as spending experience points. Okay. So rhetoric. Does she know anything about the Code Red? Zero success. Wow. Your opponent can also focus their own skills. Unlike you, focus only allows them to increase their skill level by 1 level. The risk of opponent focus is represented by a percentage. The more aggressive you are, skill focus, use of disciplines, the more risk of opponent focus increases. Okay.
You know what this Code Red is all about? You're in the Primogen. You must know something.
I'm in the same boat as the rest of you.
Apparently, it was from one of Moore's retainers. That's all I know.
Who's that?
Jason Moore. Don't you remember him? He's the human who manages our interests when the sun comes up.
He handles our assets, errands with the banks.
What does he have to do with this?
I don't know. It now seems that Miss Hazel Iverson, the mighty Prince of Boston, is no longer on speaking terms with the Primogen.
As if now were the ideal time.
She asked to see me. Do you know why?
My best guess is that she'd like to talk to you about Journey, of course.
I always warned you that girl was trouble.
Yeah, sure. I've gotta go.
Hazel must be upstairs. I'd better hurry.
What about Jara? I haven't seen her.
Councillor Drury is not here, nor is Dr. Dunn.
They found us.
Mr. Leo's team
It
is
will.
Hey, Abby.
Hey, Mem.
Nobody's answering?
No.
Abby, do you know what's going on?
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Please? I feel like I've been plopped down in the middle of a minefield.
There are rumors about Journey. Rumors about how this is all her fault. Did you know that Jay was in charge of the party?
Shit. I bet she's gonna take the fall for whatever happened.
Which
I
we
don't
don't
think
want.
she's involved, but we've got to be on our guard.
Okay. There we go. Go to the princess floor.
What a shitty night. Hazel must be pissed.
What are you and Brookie doing tonight then, Cam?
What the hell could she want with me?
Kind of spooky. She's a seer, so she sees
everything okay,
bits of the
Mom?
future, which is pretty
Penny
cool.
for your thoughts?
Nothing, Pumpkin. What were you saying?
You saw pictures again? You're not going back to the Institute, are you?
No, don't fret. I'm gonna stay here with you now.
I don't like it when Richard takes you away.
He's my psychiatrist. He's helping me so I can be with you. Mom has a little trouble sometimes, remember? I see things that haven't happened yet. And I forget others.
Yes, I know. And you have to slumber so you can rest all alone sometimes. But 3 years
Kinda
is
cute.
too long.
We won't be separated again.
But now we'll be together forever. We'll be inseparable.
Like 2 peas in a pod.
That's cute.
Yes, exactly.
Mom? What's going on? Why does everybody look so upset?
I think something serious is happening.
I'm worried. I still haven't seen Richard. I looked for him so he could explain, but he can't be found.
So, what do we do now?
I was told to wait here because Hazel wants to see us. There are grown-ups coming, and your mother needs to talk to them.
Oh, then I'll go hide, because grown-ups talk to me too much.
If you want, sweetie. But don't wander off. Go on.
Show me what you do to make sure no one spots you.
Okay, here I go.
That's pretty cool.
Leisha. It's been a while.
Hey, MM.
When did you get out?
Just tonight. Hazel wanted to see me.
That means she's extremely worried about the situation.
That or she's a major drama queen.
With that one, MM doesn't realise how serious it is.
You shouldn't make light of the situation. Believe me, there aren't many of us who have experienced a code red and survived.
Thanks for the heads up, Professor Bazori. First Siaka, now you. Why won't anybody give me a break tonight?
Maybe you asked for it.
Or maybe if you behaved in a manner more appropriate to the circumstances and our setting, then you'd better understand why everyone is so nervous.
Darshan asked.
Siaka jumped down my throat.
Was I supposed to let him take his nerves out on me? No, I'm sorry. That's not how things work, Bazori.
We must all remain calm and accept any help we can get, even from the most unusual sources.
That's surprising to hear, coming from a blue blood. At least your certainties come from a more solid source than a prophecy from a child of Malkov.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All I'm saying is that whatever the problem is, your hallucinations aren't gonna help us solve it.
Bit rude. This time it's different. Yeah, this time it's different.
We're all in danger. When I awoke, I sensed a threat everywhere, all around us. I've never felt anything like it.
Please explain.
It was as if we were all going to disappear into chaos. But you're probably right. It's just Hazel and her flair for the dramatic.
Only time will tell.
Very interesting.
Good evening, ladies, sir. The prince shall see you now.